Alright guys, welcome back to the most amazing gaming channel in the world. Today we're going to be going over the Jing Wei new updated build. I had a request for after the Golden Bow removal, as well as a few other ADCs, as I'm sure you guys have been able to tell. So without further ado, if you guys haven't, go follow the Twitch and Twitter down below in the description box, as well as the level up processes there as well. And let's get on into this. Let's go into, first thing you want to upgrade is going to be your 1. This does more damage, does 90 compared to just giving you a crit chance. With even as the first level up, 5% crit chance is not much when you don't have any at all. So go into your 1. This is going to give you just the attack speed to help clear. It's going to help your lane clear and everything in general. Then the next one I upgrade is going to be the 2. Then I go back and you want to upgrade the 1, the 3, and then go into, depending on how it's going to go. If you foresee needing your ult, sometimes I have gone into this because I'm like, oh my god, I'm pushing up, I may need an escape, I may need something here. Or if you are just still in the laning phase and you won't really need your ult, go into your 1. So depending on how it is, most of the time I was going into my ult because at this point at level 5 someone is getting ready to die, whether it's me or the enemy. Then I go into the 1 again, the 1, and then at this point go into the 2. I don't upgrade the ult anymore just because all it does is increase. It only goes up by 90 damage, which is decent. Like, it definitely is. But I'd rather have other things before the ult, considering the ult sometimes you don't always use it as an offensive thing, and it's more of like a positioning. So you ult, you try and hit them clearly, but if you miss, it's like, oh well, I'll just get behind them and cut off their path. So the ult isn't really super useful at this point. So I do go into the 2, then I go back into the 1, and then I go into the 2. Now I know a few people do go into the 3 first just to get the extra cooldown and such, but at this point I would much rather have the crit chance. This allows you to be able to outbox much better than other ADCs when you have basically a 25% crit built into your package. Or your kit. Let me try and use the correct words here. At this point, I do go into the ult here twice. I like it. I mean, yes, this is good just to have the reduced cooldown. However, it's about all it gives you. It doesn't increase anything else, and it's just the cooldown. So I do go in the ult twice, and then I go back and I finish off the 3. At this point, I just want to get the ult able to do some damage. 220 isn't that great at level 16. It's like, yeah, it's decent. But doing an extra 400, okay, now that's doing a little bit more better at level 18 and 16, things like that. So then I upgrade my last 2 points into the ult. Now, like I said, the level up process will be in the description box. I know that one was kind of confusing. Essentially, it's like 1, then you do your 2, then you do your ult to get caught up, and then you finish off your 3. But like I said, check the description box if you guys do get confused. First thing I grab if I am playing Conquest will be Death's Toll. It's very helpful in this case. If I'm playing something like Joust, I'll go straight into Transcendence. Otherwise, it's not too big of a deal. But, you know, if you're in Siege, something like that. Basically, if you're in Conquest, though, go into Death Toll. And then I personally go into Warrior's Tab. I like getting that movement speed, and I like getting the power. Yes, I am building Transcendence, but I don't want to rush it because this is a 2,600 gold item. If I go straight into this first, I would go 1,200, and I'd only have 300 gold for pots, and I wouldn't even get a starter. Something like Death Toll is definitely going to help your sustain better. Then I go into Asai. I don't go into Asai first because, 1, it is a little bit more expensive, but even grabbing this, all you have is pen, attack speed, and lifesteal. You have no power, so you still aren't even hitting that hard. So I will go into Death Toll, Warriors, and then Asai. Transcendence is now the 3rd item I pick up. Now, yes, it's kind of late, but at this point, you're not going to take forever to build stacks. You have almost insta-clear with your 1 and your basic attacks, so you can clear and get those 50 mins very quickly. And you didn't really have a cost at doing that. You still have your starter. You still have now 3 items. And someone who builds Transcendence is now going to be behind you because these are going to be able to give you more lane clear than this. Something that gives you 20 physical power, 150 mana, and 4. Now they have to save another 1,400 gold before they get anything. Otherwise, you have Death Toll giving you a little bit of power. You have Warrior's Tab, and these 2 in itself still don't even add up to what This is 15 and death toll. So you have death toll and you have power. So now you have 60 power, you have 90 health, you have the passive on that, and you have movement speed over someone that just still doesn't even have transcendence. So please understand that's why I build it as my third item and not I don't rush it, because I feel that you get too far behind in your gold and you will be outplayed in the early game. And then for a brief moment while you get your second item on board, basically boots, they're going to be able to get this, and your gold spooling is also much higher at this point in the game as you start building your third item. Kills are coming on board. Gold Fairy is being progressed. You're going to be able to build this quicker and get your stacks. Enough on Transcendence. Next thing I go into is Concise. Then I go into Deathbringer, and then I go into Executioner. Her lane pressure is very, very good, and you don't really need any more pen than what you have with, well, this is armor of reduction, and then this is your actual raw pen. You still are hitting towers incredibly quick, or incredibly good. I think I was hitting them for, at level 20 with full build and everything, I think I was still hitting them for about 117. So that's not too bad, especially when you go ahead and you can pop this down on the ground, hit that, and now you have a 2.28 steroid. So you go ahead and you just start destroying the tower, and you clear it pretty quick. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Keep in mind this is with 0 stacks on Transcendence, the damage that's coming out here. But you hit pretty damn good, and I was able to outbox even people like Apollo and Ramas with this build. So if you guys did enjoy, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and until the next time, have yourself a fucking amazing life.